imagine, if you will, sitting in front of your computer, having really not really having anything to do. Maybe you're working. Maybe this is what you're focusing on. Either way, welcome, one and all, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, to the Matt and Joe Show. I am the bird person, Matt, along with my co-host, the wooden boy, Joe.
Hey, everybody, how are you doing? And nice Rod Sterling. I was not
Yeah,
expecting that as the intro.
yeah. It's something I thought about a little bit earlier. Just figured I'd throw it out, see how it went.
Oh, I love it. I use
Yeah.
his narration style almost all the time, if I can. Imagine if you would. Dimwit Beavis, age 52. Speaking of which, there was actually one time I was bored walking home from work, so I was narrating as Rod Serling about my
To
roommate.
yourself?
No, about my roommate to my roommate
Okay.
on Snapchat, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Imagine if you would, roommate Chris, age 32." And like I just
Uh
like
huh.
had riffed like random nonsense that clearly was Twilight Zone worthy, but completely falsical. Falsical?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I can't speak.
Falsicle.
Falsical. The new word is falsical.
If we start selling merch, I'm going to have falsicle as a shirt.
And you have to have like a sad picture of a wooden boy just like covered in moss.
Yeah.
Product.
That's awesome. No, but I don't know why I was just imagining you walking down the dark street to New York, just narrating to yourself like Rod Sterling. Like, imagine if you would going down 45th Street alone.
Cold. My face is wet. Like it just I see a bum taking a shit. Like, it just oh my god, that'd be hilarious. But I'd want to have speakers like small speakers on like my shoulders or something, so that way the people can
Hmm.
hear what I'm speaking.
Oh yeah.
Like they'd be like, "Oh my god, what's the good word?" And it's just me like blathering on about nonsense.
Up above me, right above my head, Green Goblin flying down the
Oh my,
street.
I don't. It's Jesus Christ. We're going here. This episode's going to be in for a little bit of a doozy, but um,
Welcome to the random one. We finally made
we
it.
finally made it, episode 11. But you mentioned Green Goblin, and I heard a very interesting fact about Willem Dafoe, aka the Green Goblin. Now, I'm not sure if I want to say on air, but I'll do my best.
Does it have anything to do with what we were talking about before we went on?
No,
Okay,
no.
good.
Let's just say apparently he was in a movie called like Antichrist or something. It
Mm.
turns out he has a as it turns out, he has a large appendage that
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
and
Well,
apparently
that sure is a fact.
that the thing is when my roommate told me that, he told me that as like such a matter of fact. Like he said it like it with such divine confidence, like as something as you'd say as sure as the sky is blue. You know what I mean? Like he said it with such like confidence that
Like it was like a widely known fact. Like,
exactly. And I was just like thinking to myself, like, imagine like Green Goblin just like pants us going, "Come here, Spider Man," and like I'm just like, oh my god, forever ruined.
oh,
So the fact that you mentioned Green Goblin, now everybody knows that fact. Whether it's true or not, I don't feel like I want to look that up. Some brave
um,
researcher out there can do the field work and let us know.
just assume that we are in fact telling you the truth, the whole skinny, and yeah. I hope that you enjoy the image that you're never ever going to get out of your head. I know I won't.
uh, well, I mean, there's worse images out there.
So what I was actually trying to segue into was I have been playing Spider-Man on the PS4,
Oh shit.
the 2018 Spider-Man. I have been playing that for I'd say about a month because I borrowed it from my fiance's cousin right after the 4th of July. No, it's been about 2 months actually.
So wait, did you just give
that
up
I've
on
been
Kingdom
playing
Hearts?
I am taking a hiatus on it.
Ooh.
Yes. So I've been playing Spider-Man. I am at 99%.
Oh shit.
And it's so, like...
Now,
Well, I got through the most tedious part, like, because I'm not going to give away any story for those of you who have not played the Spider-Man game yet. But it actually reminds me a lot of, I don't know if you've ever played Spider-Man on the PlayStation 2.
I have
like
never
back
played.
in the day. Yeah, it's actually a lot like that. I don't know if it's the same developers that did it, but like it's so addicting.
Well, hold on. When you play a game, are you like a 100%er, or are you an achievement hunter, or are you just like...
I have been trying to 100% every game that I get these days.
Oh.
Cuz like I mean like thankfully I didn't have to pay for this game,
Mhm.
but like if I'm going to pay $40, $50, $60 for a game,
You want your money's
I'm going
worth.
to juice it. Yeah, I'm going to juice it for everything it's worth.
See, there's certain game series that I will 100% because I love the series. But for some games, if it's a decent game, I'm not gonna break my back trying to squeeze all that nourishment out of that game.
Yeah,
Some games get the stuff.
like I think for me it has more to do with the quality of the game itself. Like a franchise of the game or anything like that, that doesn't really like I don't really care about that because you can have 3 games within the same franchise. Looking at you, Kingdom Hearts, that are of way varying quality.
Well, I still never played the third one yet, so one day.
That's one.
Don't tell me.
I'm still considering if I'm gonna 100% it. Honestly, I beat it already. I beat it a long time ago. I don't know if I'm gonna go back in and 100% that.
So wait a minute, weren't you stuck on Sephiroth?
Well, that's the first one. No, I threw in the towel on that. No kidding. I am at level 99 with all of the Keyblades unlocked, all of my abilities all leveled up, all of like the best potions and elixirs and all of that. And I still go into Sephiroth, and he just wipes my ass on the floor.
He wipes your ass on the floor.
I literally just realized what I said.
Wipes your ass on the floor. You know how a dog does like the poot and scooch? That's amazing. Oh
Yeah, after the sixth time losing to Sephiroth in a row, Sora will just get down on his hands and his ass and just slide across the stage. That's what that is.
So wait a minute. If you hear this, are you gonna get triggered?
I don't know.
Oh man.
Like, what do you mean? Okay, that's triggering because that is loud. That is the loudest thing I've ever had in my ear. Well, that's not true. That trophy still goes to the hello there.
Oh my dude, I was just listening to that episode the other day. I forgot that you put that sound clip in there. It scared me. Like, I'm not one that gets startled.
Did it make you fall back out of your seat?
No, let's just say like it was like really late in the morning, or early in the morning, late in the evening.
Oh, you made a mistake.
No, but like I was listening to it with my headphones in, and next thing you know, I hear hello there, and dude, like either like I ascended into my astral plane and like my soul just said I'm out, peace, or like I hit the ceiling, something happened, and I don't know what the hell to describe it.
Whenever Shrek bursts through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man, that's what he yells. Oh, hello there.
Hello
exactly there. As loud as that.
Oh my god. But hold on, get back to your Spider-Man action.
Oh shoot, I forgot what I was talking. No, so
99% Spider-Man.
Yeah, so I'm like at 99% at this point. Like, I played for a couple hours tonight, And it's so tedious trying to get to that point because what you have to do is you have to solve all of the crime. Like, there is a predetermined amount of crime that generates around each part of New York City.
You did it, Spider-Man. You stopped all the crime.
And actually, and I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but I got an achievement once I solved all of the crime because I went from the south part of New York of the island
Mhm.
up north, all the way to the north side,
Oh, shit.
and I beat yeah. So I went through and I beat all the crime, and I got an achievement it's literally I Heart Manhattan.
You know what's funny?
Hmm.
You saying that you just stopped all the crime makes me just want to say, suck it, Batman. Because
Oh
how many
yeah,
times has like Batman's never stopped all the crime? Those assholes just got out of Arkham and do crap all over again.
that is true. Like I feel like even for like Spider-Man, honestly, like for all of these superhero stories, it's like wherever they get locked up, wherever they get sent to serve their time, it's just a revolving door. Like ain't nothing that advanced that they can't break out
You know
of.
what? I want to start. Oh my god, remember my superhero idea? My superhero comic
Oh,
book idea?
Boomerang Man, yeah,
Well, oh, was it the Boomerang Man? I wasn't sure.
yeah,
Oh yeah, damn you, Boomerang. Oh yeah. Oh, bad news, Boomerang. Oh my, I remember that.
back new Boomerang Man.
What's it? I want to make that story just so that way I'm gonna have to think of like 1,000,002 villains, just because you're never gonna see the same villain twice. Like I
That would be a wild undertaking,
just
and
imagine.
also,
Well, because
yes,
it's like crime doesn't pay. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, like why?
and also.
Why doesn't he break out of jail? And it's like, oh, because he got the death penalty like 2 weeks later. And it's like, it goes dark really quick.
Okay, so let's be real. How long would it take before you eventually, like, just you end up unintentionally copying other supervillains
Oh man, probably.
if you go through that?
Well, if I do one story a day, and one story is about, let's just say, a 15-minute thought process, I'm gonna say
Mhm.
about 2 months before I go mentally insane. As long as the full moon isn't out, I think I'll be
Yeah,
fine.
it's like eventually, like you just get to the point. It's like not even insane, where you're just tired, like you're sitting there just rubbing your temple. I was like, and you're just, fuck
You
it, just call him the Jester, and he'll be just like the Joker, except he's called the Jester, and
like
it's
a
very
dollar store
funny.
knockoff.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like there's Dr. Thunder and Dr. Pepper, like that exact same thing.
Right.
Oh man, uh, that would honestly be hilarious, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I mean, this is. I just was just going through like my notes. I remembered something. I found out.
Do you actually have notes sitting there in front of you?
Well, it's my phone with my notes tab open. If that's
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had like a notebook with like a cork board behind you with
actually,
like
I do have
the
a cork.
notes with the strings going across it.
I have a
I've
cork
got
board.
some notes for
I
you.
have a cork board, a whiteboard, and I have various cork boards in my room.
Nice.
So, I one day I do think there's gonna be a
This is
spiderweb conspiracy.
yeah. This is canon. The wooden boy is his wall to wall cork board.
I live in
It's only a matter of
I
time.
live inside a hollowed out cork.
Yeah.
It's just bobbing.
That's a good or
It's bobbing
that's a
up and
good
down
origin
and
story.
it's bobbing up and down in the Hudson River.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish I had an origin story
But
that good.
I love that I wrote this down, and there's not really any like big surprise here. It's just a stupid fun fact I learned because we were talking about
Mm-hmm.
food a couple episodes back,
Sure.
and for some reason I found this out recently. That what do you think? You know the vegetable pepper, like a
Right.
green bell pepper.
Yeah, like a green pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think Australians call them?
I feel like this is like a joke, like a dad joke or a knock knock joke. Like, is that open ended? First
No,
off, is this an open ended
no.
question?
I'm asking you on air right now. What do Australians call
Am
peppers?
I allowed to Google
No,
this? Okay, I give up.
they call them capsicums. And before
Capsicums.
you ask, what the hell is that? That's actually the scientific name for a fucking pepper. That blew,
No
dude.
kidding.
That blew my mind. I think that's why I wrote it down.
No, I need to look this up. Scientific name for a like a green pepper or a pepper in
Just look up
general
pepper. Like type in pepper in
for a
Google,
pepper plant.
or yeah, sure.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah,
It-
there it is. Capsicum annuum group.
dude, but I like that my notes are literally in parentheses. This fucking blew my mind. End parenthesis, capsicums
Nice.
equal Australia. That is my note to myself. That is my memo.
That that's your link. That's the little piece of you that went to Australia.
I did go there, but I didn't ask them what they called the local produce. Like,
That sh- that should be the first thing you do once you get to every country. Like if you get to Germany one
I've been
day,
to
just be
Germany.
like, "What do you call your pepper?"
What do you call? Jesus Christ! Oh my God, that'd give me an extra reason to wear my lederhosen again. Oh man, dude. Also, speaking of which, it's September. That means Oktoberfest starts at the end of this month.
That's true. Yeah, Oktoberfest is next month.
No,
Also, another
it starts.
another
It
what?
starts in September. It's
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Fun fact.
When's that? Yeah.
I believe it's September 19th. But
Oh wow.
that's I'm gonna celebrate.
Is it kind of like I wonder if it's one of those things like they do with Christmas where it used to just be in October, but they just kept pushing it further and
Oh
further
no, it
back?
goes until October. Like it's like a couple weeks of
Oh, okay.
merriment and drinking and fun.
Right.
Oh my God, that's gonna be an episode. Me talking about the Oktoberfest thing.
I'm looking forward to that very
Well,
much. No, I'm just imagining at this point like you getting off with your leader of the plane with your leaderhosen, just like stumbling to the desk of the first German like worker you see. It's like, what do you call a pepper plant here? They're like, "Ooh, you're starting Oktoberfest
ooh
early."
yeah. But fun fact about the Oktoberfest trip is that there's a good portion of it that I don't recall. And
Naturally.
no. Like my roommate who travels with me, we got separated at one point, and he didn't see me for an hour. So there's
Hmm.
an hour of me being on autopilot in a foreign country, just completely alone, to my knowledge, just autopilot, not a clue.
Hmm.
Because like no, because he's like he turned around, Joe was gone, and then I have no recollection of this, but I woke up in my tent the very next day, and I was like, oh, I had a nice little sleep. But I clearly wasn't there because like his tent was like next to mine in the woods that we're camping out in. And he's like, dude, I checked in your tent, you weren't there. Like I checked over here, you weren't, like you were gone. And I was like, oh well, that I got abducted by the German Bigfoot, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
That's that's quality sort of like you got like not even abducted by the like I'm just imagining. I'm just going off my imagination. This is the random episode, by the way. If you made it to this point, ladies and gentlemen, then congratulations. We'll send you your prize through the PO box.
well,
No.
I wouldn't say it's the random one. It's just we're just going to just we're going through things that have made us sane through these Rona times because it's
That's true.
this is a
Yeah.
very
I
stressful part because I'm 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 thinking it's getting much better. However, as the weather starts to get colder, my expectations are dropping like a rock in water. So Yeah, but enough about the
Yeah.
real world. Let's talk about more random fun stuff.
Like how I was gonna say, like, you probably didn't get abducted by the German Bigfoot. You probably went into the forest willingly, and like there they were having their own little Oktoberfest,
Oh my,
and you went in and celebrated with them.
it's like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, yeah. Like they have their own pretzels made out of like sticks and twigs and leaves.
Only the finest for the refined Bigfoot palate.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
God, Bigfoot episode. I like that I'm just rifting these things, and eventually, if they become reality, it's like,
I just want to do a. We should do a supernatural creatures episode.
yo,
Like
you have
I've been
no
watch.
idea. That is my shit. That is my destiny.
I would be learning a lot from you. I'm not gonna lie. Like I know of a few of like the super popular
Hmm.
ones. This one that I'm kind of interested
What
in
is it?
because I know they've made a game of it. It was a pretty big game. I don't know, last year or
What
something
is it?
like
What's it
that.
called?
Siren Head.
I never heard about the game, but ooh, that sounds interesting.
But you know of Siren Head,
Yes,
right? You've heard of that? Yeah.
dude. I
That's
I did not know that my father was in, because like I know my father likes history and engineering and math and lots of very scientific things.
mhm.
Turns out he's also into ghosts and supernatural creatures like what's the Skinwalker on Skinwalker Ranch, because
That one I don't know about.
my father and I talked for about like an hour about the Skinwalker Ranch site and everything else in
Ah.
between. And let's just say it was pretty damn exciting. Because I was like, wow, usually I'm the one that talks about like Mothman and like the alien greys and stuff, and like having a good conversation with my pep.
Yeah,
It
for
was it was it was
sure. That's
exciting,
good family bonding.
right? Well, it's funny
You
because
know,
like,
you.
what's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say you, your pop, in front of a rolling fire,
In
uh,
in
cracking
robes,
up, open a cold one.
in
Yep.
robes and
A
a nice
little fez
pipe.
hat. Yep. Discussing the intricacies of Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh my god, absolutely. That's the finer things in life. Don't get much
Gotta
better
love
than
it.
that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, jeez. Speaking of which, where the hell? Don't mind me. I'm actually like, when I said I had like a nice bunch of notes,
Mm-hmm.
closed out of that.
Oof.
uh,
So much for
oh
that.
no, I'm definitely down because like, actually, hold on. We should make a poll and have the topics that we listed in this very episode and see what the people want. I mean, eventually we're gonna make them all anyway, so tough titty.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say.
they can choose the
Which one
order.
should we do first?
Exactly.
And also, if we do a down the line, if we ever do like a gaming Twitch
Hmm.
thing, we should definitely do like one of those like Siren Head or
Oh my god, playing scary
um,
games? Totally
yeah.
down. Totally down. Speaking of which, we started playing before we moved to this current apartment. In our old apartment,
Uh
we
huh.
started playing the Outlast games.
Yeah.
We started playing them like in pitch black in the living room, and like with the volume really high, because that's the only way you play a
Mm-hmm.
scary game. And needless to say, it is mildly
Did
terrifying.
you get spooked? Did you?
Oh, there's one. The thing is, I knew it was coming because I only played the game through once,
Yeah.
and like I was playing it again, and I was like, oh, like in my mind, like as I was walking down this narrow hallway, I was just like, oh, I think like right about now is like when I'm supposed to get scared. And the moment I said, like maybe like 14 milliseconds later, the freaking jump scare happens, and I like
Nice.
my like like you have a flight or fight response. Like
Mm-hmm.
your lizard brain goes, or your lizard or monkey brain goes into action. Well,
Right.
mine more often than not is like coil up and get ready to freaking fight. And yeah, no, don't sit next to me while playing these games.
Oh, did somebody learn that the hard way?
Let's just say roommate Chris may or may not have learned that lesson.
Oof.
Hey man, I'm not an animal like Patrick is, but I'm my own kind of creature.
Well, that's just great. That's fantastic.
He sounds so displeased. That's just
No.
great. Fan fucking tastic. Thank you.
Another fucking mess. Thank you.
Oh shit. Oh god.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
dude. No, honestly, like how you holding up though during these Rona times? Like you good? How you feeling?
Um, I'm not gonna lie. Luckier than most, I would say. Like I feel doing good in health. Here with my fiance, can't really complain about that. Not at all. Um, getting out when I can, but mostly staying home, staying safe.
Hmm. Yeah, man. I'm
You
not gonna
know,
lie. Like, I mean, it's definitely not the year I thought it was gonna be, but I've had a pretty good 2020.
yeah, I was gonna say like a lot of people like I know like I understand that a lot of people are really having it tough
Yeah.
this year, but I am fortunate enough to say that I'm not in that boat. Like I would say like 2019, which a lot of people said was also really
No,
bad.
2019 was awesome.
2019 treated me really well. 2020, I would say objectively treated me better.
Well, this is my takeaway from 2020 is that when I'm working, I get to see my family and my baby nephew maybe once if I'm lucky, or sometimes twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've been able to see him just about every weekend since, God, like what, June or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like
That's awesome.
and for the record, he's like a little bit over 1 years old. So like,
Mm-hmm.
because when I would see him, he was like the size of my forearm, and then a couple weeks later, or a month later, when I saw him again, he was like doing crawling or proning or whatever. And it's crazy because you
Right.
miss those things, and it's I don't need to be there for every step because I understand, like like he's got his life, I got my life, but at the very same time, I want to see the kid grow, be kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also funny because the parenting styles are very different because obviously he's not my child, but I love the child like he's my own. And I don't like to be a helicopter parent. I like to let him make his own mistakes, but also don't let him die. I walk a
That's a
very
good
fine line.
strategy.
Well, because it's
Yeah.
it's funny because at my parents' house he was playing with the door to the TV stand, and he's looking at me, and I'm like, in my head I'm like, this kid's gonna close it on his hand. Watch this. And at one point he closes the door on his hand and starts going, "Wah!" like starts crying and looks at me with these big old eyes, and I just go,
Yeah.
I in like in a very like monotone voice, I just go, "You've done that yourself," and then offered no help, and I was just like, "Wow, Uncle Joe's a dick."
Well, I'll tell you what. Like I feel like generally, like first rule of parenting, your child, don't let them die.
Well, yeah, that's
That's
pretty good.
really, really good parenting advice. I feel like.
Well, I mean, found out babies are pretty damn durable.
Oh yeah.
Well, because he's walking now and he bumps his head into things, like, because like he doesn't realize how tall he is. So like he's
Mm-hmm.
trying to like walk underneath the table or something, and he'll like bunts his head on it. And I'm like, that sounded like a pretty big hit, but it's just him being like, ah, la 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 la, whatever. And I'm like, oh well, all right, cool.
Let's see. Before we wrap up this episode, like I'm gonna say that this reminds me. I don't know if you've seen that comic
Hmm.
where like a mother and like there's a little kid playing outside. A mother and like her friend are standing there watching him, and like an asteroid falls on the baby,
What?
and the mother's like, "Oh my god, the baby!" And the friend's like, "Nah, just give it a minute." And then the baby crawls out. It's like, "Look,
Oh
mommy,
my
I got
god,
hit with an asteroid."
Jesus. We'll have to ask John and Kiki about baby stuff on an episode.
Yeah, we got to bring them on for sure.
But for now,
But
I think we have to
in the
wrap this one up.
meantime, sure do. Any final thought? Any quick final thoughts?
Capsicum. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, we're going to see you next time. Have a good wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.